So I put together a thing for us to do, and I'm very excited for it.
Mohammed,
Yeah.
ask me if I'm worried about the Ferrari livery.
Arfad, are you worried about the Ferrari?
I'm worried about the Ferrari livery.
Okay, alright. It'll be fine. You're still a Mercedes fan by the clothes that you're wearing.
But I have a red drink.
Did you not order yet? Day one, when they announced the Red Bull kit, I put in my order, guys.
I should have done it.
I'm very much like get things from a season or two ago once it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
I want to support Ferrari. I want to support Lewis specifically. I want him to win, but I will not financially be contributing to that effort.
So you don't have to wait 2 or 3 seasons. You can wait like 1 or 2 races, because then the stuff they release at the first race will be cheaper by the second or third race. That always happens.
Yeah.
So like the caps, for example, like I got this Mercedes cap. This was from like 2 races before I bought it, and it was already 50% off. So
yeah,
that's the way. But we have this thing. It's called Lids and Liveries. I'm going with the it's like donuts and drivers, but it's not. We'll start with the lids.
Nothing could ever be donuts and drivers. So it was the greatest era.
We'll start with lids, and then we'll get to the liveries. And I think you'll be surprised by some of these lids. And we'll rate it out of 5, and then the liveries we'll do out of 10. And then Adam, you keep track. So 5 is
I'm going to be documenting here, so forgive me if I look off screen, super fans. And also, I'm going in like almost completely blind because I prepared this last year and this year.
Mohammed,
this is going to be great.
Yes, Arfat.
Ask me if I think the lids are getting worse each year.
Are the lids getting better each year?
The lids are getting worse each year.
Okay, so 5 stars is the best, 0 stars is the worst. Let's get into lids and liveries, guys. The lids is first. Here is... Oh, I'm in the wrong page. Yeah. Here is our first team. It's going from bottom to top. This is Kick Sauber, who did not release official pictures of their lids. So here's a picture from the F5 show where we can kind of see Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoletto's lids. I mean, this is the best shot we have of it. So we'll go with Nico first, and then Gabriel, and we'll start with Adam, and then Arfat, and then myself. Adam, what do you think about Nico's lid out of 5?
Okay, I have seen this on the internet. Maybe I should pull up some screen shares and help us out a bit. But I do think it's actually kind of cool. I like the black and green, maybe more than I do on the car. He's pretty consistent with his Hulk thing, and I might help out. Maybe I'll pull one up here. But basically, like the other cool thing I remember from Nico's lid is he has this like, how do I even say it? It's basically like a protuberance from the skull that it kind of pulls back. It looks like it's aerodynamic. It's got like a little fin. You can actually see it there. For some reason, I like that. I don't know if it's like it just looks alien or what. Yeah, there we go. Look at this.
Right, it's not there. Where is it? Where did it go?
Arafat's holding it up.
Oh, no, that's 24. No, it's not.
I know,
No,
but
it's
his
not.
little...
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's 24.
I thought that he had, like,
found
This is
one
the 25 one.
Where?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, he's going for the better green chartreuse. It does work for some people, as we'll discuss later. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm starting off generous, but I like that shape. I like Hulk. I like that he's leaning into the big green Hulk thing. I'm going to give him an 8 straight off the bat.
It's out of 5. He said out of 5.
What?
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 4 anyway.
We're going to do the lids out of 5.
Can we do a 10 scale? I feel like there's too much wiggle room.
Fine. Okay.
Fine. I'll give an 8 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an 8. It's hard to tell with this blurry picture and with the other picture I had. So who really knows,
Gabriel's, I think, like, everyone from Brazil wants to be Senna.
Yeah.
Right? But you need to do an original thing. Like Massa was original, but he raced with number 19 because that was the first number that Senna ever raced with. So do a tribute, but be yourself as well. So for total lack of imagination, I'm giving him a 1.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to give him like a 4.
You got out of 10.
It's out of 10 now.
No, 10s. I mean, you need that. You need that room.
You
These
got, you
things
got to
get
prove
tight.
yourself first. You can't. I mean, you got to prove yourself. We don't. You could be garbage, and then what? You made your helmet
Yeah.
after Senna, and also like Senna is just so overdone now. Like he was a great racer, I know, but it's too much. Granted, I know Gabriel's also Brazilian. I'm gonna go with a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Great. Next
Okay.
team.
Next team. This is Williams. We're gonna start with Carlos Sainz. Adam.
So I'm giving this
or
a
our
4
Clark. Okay.
because Adam got to start last time. It's my turn to rant. So Williams is doing something stupid here, where they've decided to have 2 different types of blue. One is the Williams blue, and then one is the Atlassian blue. So you can see the top of the helmet is a different color to the next blue, and then it has Carlos's normal 55 thing. Now, in preseason testing or whatever, at some point he had this totally blue helmet, which worked.
Yeah.
Now he's gone back to his like signature Spanish flag thing, which doesn't work with these blues going on. The whole thing's like distressing to me. So I'm going to give him a 4.
Adam.
Yeah, I mean, for this one, it's tough because Carlos had one of the most beautiful helmets of all last year.
I know.
He's kind of made this work with the primary colors. You can't.
Do you know what this helmet is?
Ever do anything?
This helmet is a Ralph Schumacher to Sainz's previous Michael.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm going to still give it a 6.5. I actually think he's done well with what he has. I think he should have given up on the red. It almost seems like you can't get over your ex kind of situation. You should have just been yellow and blue. We would have been talking.
Guys,
I
the
guess
blue
it's the
one,
Spanish flag, but come on.
the blue one from preseason was 10 out of 10. It was so good.
Yeah.
And then he just ruined it. I'm so disappointed. I think it looks really childish. It reminds me of Piastri's helmet from last year, which I hated. So I'm gonna go with a 3 out of 10. I'm not a fan of it at all. But the
This
other
is great.
Williams
This is why it's
driver
such a fun-
is Albano.
Albano, he's back. It's still a bad pink. It's a bit of a better blue. It still looks like it's your charity bowling ball for your celebrity tournament. That's a 5
Yeah.
from me.
Yeah, agreed. 5.
So it looks better because
And
it's
again, there's 2 blues. I've just noticed. There's a blue at the top, and there's a blue under the pink. And the Atlassian thing has a completely different blue.
Look,
3.
we have a title sponsor, okay? Like, they have to be all about her now.
Yeah, so make it all that blue. Why you have 2 blues? What's happening here? 3.
Yeah, this is the Albano blue, or maybe Williams. You're right.
No, I like it. I like the blend, but it
I
is a
think you liked
3D
it last year
render.
too. More power to you, man.
It is a 3D render, so it's not like the actual helmet, which maybe makes it look nicer. But because of the 3D render and it looks, I like it. I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10. You guys,
Nice. Okay.
I like the
Guys, I
color.
wanted to jump in and say something too. I noticed that Bortoletto's helmet, I know we didn't have the clearest pictures, but he has the Kit Kat logo on his. So is he the new Carlos Slim guy and not a Franco?
Yes. Yeah.
So did Perez
Yeah.
not?
See,
he
I'm
never
such a
made it
good
back?
Sherlock Holmes. Like, you actually know Arafat because I just have to grasp at straws here, or Kit Kat pieces, as the case may be.
So Perez never found his way back into F1. Like that didn't happen. Remember, I
He's
took a
starting
nap.
with Cadillac now, if you believe
Oh, okay,
absolutely idle rumors.
Okay, gotcha. All right, okay. Going back to our next team, which I don't even know who it is. It's Isaac Hadjar. Oh, I think that's with the G, not the J. Oh,
Okay,
well.
guy, you have to do me a favor for this one, guys. I'm gonna derail this here. You need to find his second skin. I don't even know how he's allowed to do this, but there's a second Isaac Hadjar thing. He's going to be alternating, and one has purple instead of navy.
Wait,
I'm gonna
Isaac
find it.
Yes.
helmet purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do see it. Yeah, hold on. I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull it
okay.
up right now.
So this one is like, I like Lewis Hamilton a lot, Chartreuse, which
Yeah,
we know he does.
100%. This
He's
is
obsessed
his
with
like Lewis. Yeah.
This one is, I'm obsessed with Lewis Hamilton. He's got the purple
Yeah.
and the Chartreuse and the galaxy on the back. And like, so this sounds really hypocritical because we've just like dragged Gabriel for this. This looks awesome. Like, I think it actually needed, because remember how we at least I trashed Lewis's helmet for these colors don't work.
Yeah.
It didn't work on a Merc helmet, but I think the Red Bull actually, these colors work.
Yeah. It works better with
like-
Red Bull.
maybe you shouldn't. Maybe this is plagiarism. Like I don't know how Lewis feels about this dude, but the look, I'm giving this a 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, our
for
fight, you
this
wanna-
one, the purple
So
one.
I'm not like super into it.
Do we
I
have
think
to rate
he's
the purple and the blue separately, or can we just focus?
no.
on
We can
this
just talk
one?
about him as a whole. But I'm gonna give
Okay.
him a 6
Okay.
because I think he's worked well with the Red Bull thing. The other thing we need to remember is like helmets are to their time, and the time we're in now, drivers, our view of them is obscured by the halo, right?
Yeah.
So intricate designs are harder to see. Drivers are not at, like you look at like F1 2012, you can see Alonso's helmet clearly, the different colors and things. Whereas now there's a big halo in the way. So having a big bold yellow like this that you
Yeah.
can see from a distance, I appreciate that because I'm like, oh, that's Isaac, not Yuki,
Mhm.
So
right?
yeah, what's your rate? Did you say 6 out of 10?
6.
Right?
6,
So
6.
I like this one a lot better than the purple one. So I don't know how to rate because the purple one I'm gonna put at a 2 out of 10. There's way too much going on. He's got the
that
galaxy,
purple,
he's got the
that
chartreuse,
galaxy.
he's got
This has
the
the
purple,
galaxy
just too
too.
much.
This has the galaxy too. It only
Maybe it's
doesn't
just a
have the
studio
purple.
shot, but the shot on the left I think looks really good. So like that I would put at an 8, but the other one's a 2. So I'm gonna split the difference and I'm gonna say it's a 5 out of 10 for him.
Okay, you know what? I'll give him a 9 because I don't like the blue one. I like the purple one.
Alright, fair.
Okay.
Okay, next. Yuki
10.
I see.
Next.
Okay.
9.
No, we have to talk about this.
I'm going 9.
Really? Okay,
I
I'm
like
going
it.
3.
What?
Because I don't like consistency. I'm bored of your Japanese maple. We get it. I'm over it.
I like it. I think it looks
I
really
need
nice.
people to reinvent themselves, man. Okay, like I know that this is a metaphor for you being stuck in the Red Bull meat grinder to the point where you are like, it's just.
I think just with the Honda across the front and stuff, it works really, really well. I
I like
really
it
like
white.
it.
It's minimal. I like it. Okay,
Yeah.
next. No comments. Silent.
Why?
So he's got the bear logo. It's just I'm conscious that
don't
people
like where
don't want
he's
to watch
holding it.
this forever and ever and ever. So I'm like, right, how do I keep my words short and just move
No,
to the
they
next
wanna watch it
driver?
forever and ever. Are you kidding me? Long form podcast.
So-
or what's up?
He's got his bear, which I think is cool because his name is Bear Man. He's like a superhero. But it's like, you know how Isaac has copied Lewis? Ollie has
Yeah.
copied
Isaac
Max.
copying- Okay, yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Max makes his Dutch line thing work.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this looks like he's copied it, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, when you see an F1 livery on an F1 Academy car.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
what it's like. He's
I don't
took
like it.
Max's ideas and made like the F Academy version of it.
Oh, callback. 1 second. One thing I loved about F1 75 for Merc and Red Bull is they like featured their women. So
Hmm.
Dorian was in the presentation for Merc, and Chloe Chambers was at the table with the Red Bull guys. Like in the
Nice,
stage.
nice.
Like
Aston
that.
as well. Aston
Yeah.
had their female
Jess was on
drivers
there? Or
in the
some-
video and in real life. She was sat in the audience next to Pedro
I'll
De La Rosa.
never stand for any Jamie Chadwick erasure. You know, this is basically one of my main fandoms at this point. And where was she for the Williams presentation? Come on, James. That seems like a really rare flub for such a gentleman.
Well, he probably didn't know that that's what people were doing. He probably showed up and said, "Oh, Dorian is there. Oh God, Chloe Chambers is
Yeah,
there."
probably. There were no
Ooh.
rules for this thing. It's true,
Exactly. So what's your rate? What'd you say?
4. It's like, it's fine, but it's uninspiring.
Adam?
but- Hello, Chloe Chambers. What did you say for this one?
He said 4.
A 5.
Why are we so bipolar on the yellow? We're like, we love it, we hate it. We love it, we hate it. I don't know.
This is impossible to get excited about.
I'm gonna go with exactly. So because I'm so neutral, I'm gonna go with the 5 as well. Okay, next.
10.
Ocon.
This is. I'm sorry. I almost swore and ruined the show. This is a 10. This thing is
Yeah, 10.
hard as
10 out of 10.
Hard as F. Hard as
10.
H.
This is a 10.
Like, how did
This-
his personal brand make it look like he was always meant to go to Haas? Like, it looks amazing and it looks better in the car.
yeah.
Like, he looks like he's from the
Yeah.
future. This is like a 22nd
you know what this helmet is?
century helmet.
No. You know how we're talking about helmets all being a nod back to other people? So this is Ocon going, look at me. I am the Kimi now. And he's like channeling
I'm
the
Deadpool
ghost of
now.
Kimi Räikkönen into his. Look at him.
Oh!
I know. He looks like the Red Ranger. He looks so good here.
Yeah,
It looks
he looks
so
like
good.
100%.
This is
Okay,
10
I
out of
forgot to
10.
mention this in the section about booze. He got the most booze of a non-Red Bull affiliate.
What?
Like, it was actually kind of surprising. I was like, okay, I
People
guess
do
they
kinda
don't
hate
like
him.
his driving, and they don't like French people in this country. He got like a surprisingly audible number of boos. But
So
love him or hate him, like these
There's-
guys.
Yeah,
so
This is his revenge bod.
so I
Yeah,
think the
this is
people who
definitely
make
what
their
his-
helmets match their team colors are the ones that do the
Mhm.
best, which is why Carlos looked so good last year because he had the red of the Ferrari, the red of the helmet, and the gold.
But this is fate. Because
Exactly.
he looked like this on Alpine.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
10 out of
this
10.
Is, we don't usually agree this much. This is like
Yeah.
I'm scared to do 10s because like what if there's a surprise one that's even better, but like it's only fair.
Let's see. Okay, next. Alpine did not release helmets for either of their drivers. This is completely true. You can look it up.
Oh no.
Yes. Pierre Gasly or Jack Doohan's helmets. Pierre Gasly did do a contest to design his helmet, which we don't know what happened to it. So Alpine gets a 0 for no helmets. We will move on. Green Ranger.
Green Ranger. But I want to say something about this boy. One, like, there was a point in time where he had the best looking helmet in all of Formula One. I can't remember if it was 2000, 2000.
It's like
I mean,
2019 or
2020,
something.
2021,
Yeah, I remember
something
you
like
saying
that.
this last
Yeah.
year.
He had the best helmet. And now, look at it. There's something like the shape of his helmet is like they've had to extend it up the sides because his head doesn't come in or something. It looks taller around the edges, and then it just curves at the last second. See what I mean? The photo where he's there on the side.
Yeah, I think that
Like, instead of just being a normal helmet that curves-
make it look even more so.
Yeah, I think it's the straight lines. It makes it look like his head's too big, and they've had to make a custom helmet to stretch upward. You know, in Scrubs, JD had the hermit for his hair.
Mhm.
It's like Lance Stroll has a hermit for his. So he's losing points for me for like ruining something that was amazing, but also the whole shape of his helmet being like this. I don't
think I
understand
said this about
why he's trying to
someone
protect
last
his
year,
hair.
But he looks like a Lego guy as a helmet.
Yeah,
So,
it doesn't look real.
Afro, what's your score?
3.
Adam?
4.
So I think, he had the perfect helmet, and then every year he's made it more and more worse. And this year it's just another step away from perfection, and I'm gonna go with I don't know, another 4. So I'm not impressed. Okay, next
Yeah.
is this guy.
Okay, I can't like reward consistency or penalize consistency and not be consistent on that myself. So I don't like that he hasn't done anything new. Maybe this is also a symbolization of what's that word? Of stagnation because he doesn't think Aston has a chance in him anymore. So I gave Yuki a 3. I gave him a 3.
Fine twerk.
No, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Fine twerk.
Same reasoning.
So I was gonna give it a 5 because I have no feeling towards it, but I do like that he put the Aston Martin wings on either side of the visor, so he gets half a point for creativity, 5.5. Also, fine twerk.
Did you say
Kimmy.
fine twerk?
Yeah, that's what it says on his helmet. Look, fine twerk.
Oh, that's
By the way, this is how Mercedes debuted the helmets for their drivers as the minis that they're selling on their website, which is
great.
I hate that.
really over marketing style, and I kind of hate it, and I'm glad I'm not a fan of the team anymore.
This looks like something my 4-year-old would color in.
0 out of
Yeah,
10 from me.
I would say that's fair. A fair
This is-
description.
This is a 0. What is this, guys? What is he doing?
I'm giving it a 1 for now, but it's like the front is like Jensen Button's helmet, the sides are scribbles, the red bit. What is that? What about this says Antonelli? There's too many colors going on
It's
again.
an Italian flag.
And then
It's a
like the
7 from me.
Adidas logo next to Petronas just makes it look super chavvy. Like
It
what is
Xavi.
happening
He's
here?
Italian. Come on, leave him alone.
Yeah, so 1 out of 10.
0.
Next.
I'm giving it a 7. I think it's quite
Oh,
nice.
wow.
I like Italy. I like the blue. He seems like a nice boy.
Okay.
plus CrowdStrike. That's a 10 out of 10 right there. Oh man, George. Okay, so this is such a bad blue. Oh my god, even the Gasly blue is better. It's such a bad blue.
I
How
don't
can
like
this be your
him.
whole identity? I just can't even.
I know.
The one in
This
the
is weird
background
because
is
I'm like
worse.
flicking
Is it
around.
the same?
There's a bit of me that wants to give him an 8 because I can be like, as he's coming towards me, I'll know who it is, right?
Yeah, you
The
love
other
that.
thing,
You want to be identified in the
with the
halo. It's your
Adidas
whole
logo,
thing
to
now.
me, this looks like a nighttime football. Like it reminds me of like a nighttime football. So I'm gonna give it 8, but it's like a
I get the
begrudging
vibe that
8.
Arfat just doesn't like Adidas involved with Mercedes.
Nighttime football. I don't even know what that means.
I'm gonna go with an 8 as well,
Oh, it means
begrudgingly.
so you can see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But begrudgingly, I'm gonna go with 8 out of 10 because I kind of like the simplicity. I like that the black and the blue are there. I hate the blue. Actually, no, I'm gonna make it a 7 because I hate the blue. I hate the blue so
Okay.
much, but the black works. If you just picked a different blue, it would look really nice. And I think the Adidas logo being black works a lot better with that black compared to here. It's black on the white. Like this just looks like garbage, hot garbage. This is somewhat better. He did it last year. What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I'm giving it a 6. It's the blues is irredeemable, and yet the amount of black that's been added actually somehow mellows that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think last year you said that the Mercedes sign should be white or sparkly, and it is now one of the two or something. Anyway,
Yeah, we'll
I
talk
could
about
just
it when
be
we get to the
confabulating.
liveries, but I think that Mercedes took a big hit losing the Ineos red, but we'll talk about that later. Next,
Ooh, interesting.
can I go first?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
You're the
I'm
pink
gonna-
guy. You're the pink stan on this show.
I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I think it
Yeah,
looks
there we
really
go.
good.
See?
I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
It makes me like hopeful again that Liam Lawson's back in the game because I was like I thought he was kind of an a-hole for a little bit, but this looks good.
Yeah.
And look at the New Zealand logo thing on the top, and it just
Mhm.
matches. It matches what I like it. 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna agree with you. So like I initially liked it, then I remembered BWTs in the sport and liked it less because that's confusing. And then I liked it again because it's just bold. It's a bold move for a dude. I was a Pink Ranger fan growing up. Like I feel like seen, and unrelatedly but inextricably, the company forced him to fix his hair because his hair looked like carny level hair. Like it was brutal mullet that he had. So they like glowed him up for the first shots. He looks amazing. His helmet looks amazing. That's an 8.5.
Nice.
I'll give it a 7 because, like, I agree with the things you said, but it still feels like a poor copy of Verstappen's, and I think it's hard to have a very individual helmet with the amount of space that Red Bull take up on the helmets.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But like that's why Hadjars is cool to me. That's why this one's cool to me.
Mm.
Yeah, the glow up has actually turned me from like a you screwed my baby Yuki to like I hope you beat Max in the championship. Like I kind of like Liam like overnight.
I know.
From marketing
I like
alone.
it. You know, I like it. Okay, next one. Verstappen.
Yeah,
Okay.
it works. To me, this is the Red Bull helmet now. Like, it looks good. It doesn't look as good as his world champion winning one with the gold on top. I'll give it an 8. I like the red lines across the front. I think it's just like when I think Red Bull helmet, I used to think the Vettel ones, whereas now this is the one that comes to mind.
I'll go next, and then Adam, you can go last since it's your team. I'm gonna go 8.5. I actually really like it. It looks better with the Red Bull blouse, the driver suit, because the black really contrasts with all the color in the helmet.
I'm so glad I moved us to blouse discourse.
I also think he makes the lion work on top. You know, it just works. And he makes the colors work too. Like the whole kind of thing is like the right amount of goofiness. Like if you're gonna take this approach, it doesn't look like a kid designed it. So I'm gonna go with 8.5 out of 10. I would give it full points.
It matches the suits.
I just think if the colors were a little less cartoony, I'd push it to a 9.5. But nothing will beat his championship winning. That was an 11 out of 10. Gold and blue, beautiful helmet. Like that was so good. Adam, what do you think?
You mean the last year?
Was it last year or the year before? It might have been the year before, the gold and blue one.
I think it was the year before.
Yeah.
Was this your gold and white? It all blends together. There's a lot of
Yeah,
championships.
this one was more colorful for his winning one.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
year
they were
before was
both
gold
so
and
good.
blue, which just looks so good. What do you think about this one, Adam?
Yeah, so this really proves that we're not biased on this show. We're talking about Yuki. We're talking about Lawson. So if you're boring and consistent, you get a 3 from me, and if you're honoring Jos Verstappen, you lose a point. So that's 2.
I
This is
didn't
Dad's helmet. I don't ever want to see
I
that.
didn't know that.
I want to
Okay.
see.
Oh yeah.
I want to see a Kumpen helmet. What did your mom's helmets look like, bro? Come on.
All
Remember
right,
when Hamilton was going to be like Hamilton Larbeleister for like 4 seconds?
Yeah,
Come
I
on,
remember
let's
that.
go.
Clerk.
Oh, somebody next to me in the crowd actually went, Leclerc! It was so good.
I'll go first. I think this is a 4 out of 10. I think the Ferrari this year's red is so nice and dark that I think he loses points for making it a brighter red, and I just don't think the white works. I don't like the way he incorporated the white. I think you had a lot of potential
Agreed.
because Lewis obviously went with the yellow. I mean, we'll see that next, but this one he picked the red, so he had so much potential to have red with the streaks of white going through it to make it look so good, and I just think it falls really flat. So 4 out of 10 for me.
Okay, I like
Agreed.
this red
4.
way better than the cherry, but I don't think the helmet looks good, so it's still 4.
Sorry,
4s
Leclerc.
across the board.
Yeah. And let's go.
It's back. I was
Mostly
missing this
failing for
yellow
you guys.
so much. And I think it's a little bit of a curse having to incorporate that HP logo into things.
God.
So I think he's managed to do it well.
Yeah, that's true.
I keep going backwards and forwards on, do I want, the white halo that was on the McLaren helmet?
Hmm.
The uni credit? Do I want that inside a white thing, or do I like this more like everything is yellow? But I'm gonna give it 9.5.
This is like, to steal Arafat's joke from earlier. It's a little bit too, look at me, I'm the science now. Like, poor guy. You jump in, you put a red and yellow helmet. This is way too much of just one color to me. I mean, this is kind of like the Lance Stroll crime. So 5.
But when he's coming at you on the TV, and you're looking at, there's a Ferrari there. Oh, it's Lewis. You'll know straight away it's Lewis.
No, I know he likes the yellow. He makes himself second driver on purpose for a bit of more yellow. Like, it's cool.
Yeah. So I think
But it's plain.
I think
very clever.
So I think 9 out of 10. But I have mixed thoughts. I agree with Adam. I think it's a little bit too much yellow, and that's what's keeping it from being like amazing to me. I think instead of the thin lines that he has for his style, if he had made it a little bit more thicker lines somehow, I think that could have made it look really, really, really good. However, I think he gets points back because if you see that shot in the halo on the right where he's sitting, there's so much red on the Ferrari that you need that burst of color through, and I think that the overwhelming yellowness of it does give you that burst. So as a kit with his driver suit with the car, that boosts it up, but on its own, I think it's too yellow. So I'm going to even that out, and I'm going to say 9 out of 10. Also, it's Lewis Hamilton, guys. I'm biased. How am I going to go lower than 9?
Okay, by the way, I just noticed that you go back to that slide. You wrote Lewis Hamilton, so that's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Hamilton.
Yes, the Cotswold village of Tilton on the Sea.
All right. What do you guys think?
Okay, this is what you guys were talking about before, where there's too many colors to be.
Yeah, it's too much.
So he's like gone and taken all the blue from last year and made it black, which kind of works. But then you still have your blue Australian flag.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
6.5.
So wait, you said 6.5, Adam?
Yeah, I think that might even be the nice orange from the good McLarens. That's a nice callback.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better than last year. I think replacing the blue with the black did him wonders. But I was between 6 and 7 because I look at it and I'm like, yeah. And then I look at it and I go, So I'm going to go with 6.5 as well because I can't figure it out. But it's better. It's way better than last year's, which was absolute hot garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just obligatory all say 0 for this and move on?
Yeah. Done.
This is -1 because it's
agreed.
Consistent and 0.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, so that's the last one. We finished with McLaren because that was the team that won the championship, and Lando is the lead driver. So that's our lids.
Okay,
Arfad.
guys.
Arfad, are you worried about this year's liveries?
Yes, I'm very worried about this year's liveries,
Let's
especially
get-
the Ferrari, and I'll tell you
Do you
why.
want me to do our podium before we go on?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, so on honorary mention to did not start, did not finish. That's Lando Norris with a 0. Just off the podium in 4th is Yuki Tsunoda with 22 points.
Hmm.
In 3rd, Lewis Hamilton with 23.5.
Only third.
Yeah, come on, it was so yellow, guys. On the 2nd step of the podium, Liam Lawson with 24.5.
Wow, that's crazy.
And on the top,
It's
pretty
gotta be
obviously,
Esteban Ocon, the
is
best helmet
Esteban
this year.
Ocon.
Yeah, the best helmet this year, guys. The best helmet.
This is by far the best helmet.
Yeah.
It's so metal. Oh my god.
It works so well.
Sorry, guys, I screwed up. This is
feel
like
like
the
we
real
rated
thing. Okay,
Verstappen
so
higher.
unfortunately, we've examined Lewis Hamilton's helmet, and there's a little bit too much plank wear.
God.
And the 3rd step of the podium should have been Nico Hülkenberg with 24.
Can I change my Nico Hülkenberg score?
No, absolutely not. And you know what the beauty of that is? Yeah, is only by 0.5 of a point. And the reason why I noticed it is I was like, oh, Ocon's helmet is so metal. It's metal in the same way Hulk's is. And then I looked at his number again, and I was like, oh, yeah. Exactly. Yep. So sorry, Hulk.
So what's the
Before
final?
we go to the next bit,
What's the top 4? From 1 to
Top 4 is now Lewis, just
Okay.
off, Hulkenberg, Lawson, Ocon.
All right.